I was interested in the subject of your doctoral thesis, CEO pay versus performance. I know that some years ago, it was a very major area of concern for the US securities market regulator, saying is CEO compensation, is executive compensation a major worry? Is it getting completely out of alignment with what CEOs are expected to do? But I expect your doctorate came even earlier, prior to when that occupied center stage. So why did you choose this topic? Did you get the feeling that there was overcompensation, less compensation, no linkage to performance?
So I must say that I take very little to no credit for my PhD or my focus on governance. All the credit goes to my advisor for that. I had two advisors. I had started research in finance, in capital structure, dividend policies, and as part of that had created a lab network where it was essentially a stock market game. We had traders and we had CEOs. And this was in the early to mid 90s, well before the time when you had even computer networks in one lab. And it generated a lot of interest across the university. We used the game to also have students come in and take a course in corporate finance. And I used that for my research. And one of the professors who came in to see it was the retired president of Carnegie Mellon, Dr. Richard Syed. And he saw this and he said, can you add directors to this model? And I want to start looking at corporate governance in a different way. And I also want to start looking at CEO compensation. He and a number of other professors had collected data on CEO compensation in the US for the last 20 years. And he said, as part of, you're giving us this game, you can take this data and use it to enhance your research. So that's how we introduced directors. We looked at performance of companies and how they would differ if directors were larger shareholders versus directors appointed by the CEO, and looked at various different aspects of governance. So Dr. Syed and Dr. Shamsundar, who was my primary advisor, were the ones that really helped shape this. So my contribution was the game, and their contribution was a thought process around corporate governance, which I benefited a lot from.
I will come to American football a little later, but clearly they gave you the ball and said, take it.
That's right.
Okay.